Are you in a long-distance relationship and finding it hard to maintain the connection? It's a common concern, isn't it? The miles between you can often feel like an impassable chasm, but it doesn't have to be that way. We're here today to talk about the challenges of long-distance relationships, but more importantly, the solutions. We'll be discussing some powerful strategies to keep the spark alive, no matter how far apart you and your partner might be. From establishing trust, to planning visits, to setting clear expectations, and even finding creative ways to keep the romance alive, we'll cover it all. This isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. It's about turning the distance into a bridge, not a barrier. It's about making every moment count, every text meaningful, and every call a celebration of your bond. So buckle up and stay tuned as we delve into these key points that could make a world of difference in your relationship. Communication, the heartbeat of any relationship, and even more so in a long-distance one. It's the invisible thread that keeps you connected when miles apart. But remember, it's not just about talking, it's about listening too. It's about sharing your day, your thoughts, your fears, and your dreams. It's about letting your partner's voice become a comforting presence, a familiar sound in the orchestra of your day. It's crucial to make time for each other. Schedule regular calls, video chats, and texts. Let these not be chores, but windows into each other's worlds. Use modern technology to bridge the distance, to share laughter, to dry tears, to celebrate victories, and to comfort in defeat. But also, be mindful of the quality of your communication. It's not just about how often you talk, but what you talk about, how you talk about it, and how well you listen. Remember, it's not just about quantity, but also the quality of your communication. Trust, a fundamental building block for a lasting relationship. Now, when we speak of long-distance relationships, trust takes on an even more significant role. Why, you ask? Well, because when you're miles apart, you can't see or be with each other as often as you'd like. This distance can create a vacuum, and trust is what fills this space, providing the assurance that even when out of sight, you are not out of mind. Building trust is not an overnight task. It's akin to constructing a sturdy bridge piece by piece over the chasm of uncertainty. Transparency and honesty are your tools here. Share your day, your thoughts, your fears, and your dreams. Let your words paint a vivid picture of your life, inviting your partner into your world. Remember, trust is like a mirror. Once broken, it's hard to piece together. And even if you manage to, the cracks may still show. So treat it with care, nurture it with truth, and safeguard it with sincerity. Trust once broken is hard to rebuild, so keep it safe. Nothing beats the magic of personal interaction, does it? In a world where technology allows us to connect with a simple click, there's still something uniquely special about being in the same room with someone. This is especially true for long-distance relationships. While video chats and texts are fantastic for staying connected, they can't quite replicate the warmth of a shared smile or the comfort of a hug. That's where planning visits comes in. Regular, planned visits create precious opportunities for quality time together. These visits become a lifeline, a beacon of light in the often challenging landscape of distance. They allow you to build memories, to share experiences, and to truly be present with each other. And let's not forget the anticipation, the excitement that builds as each visit draws nearer. It's a beautiful reminder of why you're navigating the long-distance journey. Visits give you something to look forward to, making the distance a little more bearable. Expectations can make or break a relationship. It's a simple truth, yet it's often overlooked, especially when we're talking about long-distance relationships. It's crucial to have a candid discussion about your expectations. What do you foresee in terms of communication? For some, daily video chats may be the norm, while for others, weekly phone calls might suffice. Discussing future plans is equally important. Do you both envision closing the gap someday? If so, when and where? What steps are you taking to make that dream a reality? And then there are boundaries. These are your non-negotiables, the lines that should not be crossed. They could pertain to personal space, social interactions, or even how you handle disagreements. Setting clear expectations doesn't mean robbing your relationship of spontaneity or fun. It's about ensuring that both partners are playing the same game by the same rules. Clear expectations eliminate misunderstandings and keep you both on the same page. Support, the invisible bridge that holds relationships together. In the landscape of long-distance love, this bridge is not just a convenience, but a necessity. Emotional support becomes the glue that binds hearts across miles, across time zones, across continents. Imagine those times when you're feeling low, when the weight of the world seems too heavy. Now imagine having someone who, despite the distance, is there for you. Someone who listens, who understands, who uplifts. That's the power of support in a long-distance relationship. Support is not just about being there in times of crisis. It's about sharing in each other's joys, amplifying the happiness. It's about being a sounding board, a cheerleader, a confidant, even when you're not physically present. Distance can amplify stress, but it can also amplify love, understanding, and empathy. So let your support be the beacon that guides your love through the stormy seas of distance. Remember, you're each other's safe space, even miles apart. While togetherness is important, so is individuality. It's a phrase that rings true in every relationship, but it's especially poignant in long-distance ones. Just as we need to make a concerted effort to stay connected, we must also remember to maintain our independence. This involves nurturing and developing our personal interests and hobbies. Why? Because when we invest time in ourselves, we grow as individuals. We become more interesting, more diverse, and more self-confident. And these are qualities that can enhance our relationships, making them richer and more fulfilling. Remember, having your own pursuits doesn't mean you're drifting apart. It means you're growing and evolving. And as you do, you bring new experiences and insights to share with your partner, adding vitality to your relationship. So take that painting class, start that book club, run that marathon. Your relationship will thank you for it. After all, a relationship is a union of two individuals, not a merger. Distance should never dull the spark. That's a mantra worth remembering when you're miles apart from the one you love. When the space between you seems to stretch on forever, it's time to get creative. Keep the romance alive with thoughtful gestures that bridge the gap. Imagine their surprise when they open their door to find a delivery of their favorite meal from a local restaurant, or a bouquet of flowers just because. Picture their smile as they read a heartfelt letter penned by you, expressing your feelings and hopes for your shared future. Consider planning virtual dates. Maybe you both watch the same movie at the same time, sharing your reactions in real time. Or perhaps you cook a meal together over a video call, laughing as you navigate the recipe. These acts of love, no matter how small, can make a significant impact. They remind your partner that you're thinking of them, that you cherish them, even from afar. Love knows no distance, so let your creativity flow. Time together is time well spent. When the miles stretch long between you, every moment you share becomes a precious gem. It's not about the quantity of hours you clock together, but the quality of experiences you share. Think about it this way. It's not about sitting side by side for hours on end, but rather, it's about immersing yourselves in experiences that create lasting memories. It could be a shared meal, a walk through a park, or even a quiet night gazing at the stars. These are the moments that resonate, that linger in your minds and hearts long after you've said your goodbyes. Remember, every shared experience is an opportunity to learn more about each other, to deepen your bond, and to weave another strand into the tapestry of your relationship. So when you're together, focus on making memories that matter, because create memories that last longer than the time spent apart. A positive outlook can change everything. In the face of adversity, it's easy to focus on the hurdles that stand between you and your significant other. Distance can indeed be a daunting obstacle, but remember, it's not the distance that's the challenge, it's how you view it. Choosing to see the distance as a test of your love, rather than a barrier, can help you maintain a positive outlook. Overcoming obstacles together strengthens the bond you share. It's like a team sport. The more challenges you face and overcome, the more cohesive and resilient your team becomes. And as you face these challenges, don't lose sight of the future. Planning for a shared future plays a pivotal role in long-distance relationships. It's like a beacon of hope that shines through the fog of uncertainty. Discussing long-term goals and envisioning a time when the distance closes can provide a sense of security and reassurance. Remember, every relationship has its challenges. What matters is your determination to overcome them together.